All right, guys, it's time for my top 10 finds of 2021. All right, guys, we're going to get into this list. It's not really much of a top 10 it's just a bunch. And there's really no rhyme or reason or order to this list either. The only thing that was important was the first 4 books we're going to talk about all came in one collection. And the last book we're going to talk about was picked up in a trade for the PC. And you guys who've been watching this channel a long time know that the goal is always to acquire books for the personal collection. And on this list, only one was staying in the PC personal collection. With that, if you could hit the subscription button, if you haven't already, thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, hit the notification bell so you know when I post content. And of course, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this list. With that, also give me a follow, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and of course, whatnot, all at VERYGARY_comics. So let's get into this list. And again, these first 4 books we're going to talk about all came in one collection. First up, Hulk 181, Incredible Hulk 181. This is the first appearance of Wolverine. I picked this up. This came in a CGC 7.0. This book was already graded when I acquired it. Always nice finding one of these. And I think this was the only one I was able to pick up this entire calendar year. Yeah, and it was already graded, so that's always nice. Next, Giant Size XMen number 1. This came in a CGC 8.5. It was already graded before, or when I acquired it again, came with the 181. I picked up a couple of these this year. Don't be surprised if we talk about another one of these in a little bit. And the next 2 books also came together. Fantastic Four number 48 and 49. Let's talk 48 first. This came in a CGC 4.5. This is the pricier of the 2 books. This is the first cameo of Galactus, first full appearance of Silver Surfer. And then Fantastic Four 49 came in a CGC 8.0. Again, all 4 of these books came in one collection, already graded, which is always nice. Fantastic Four 49, second appearance of Silver Surfer, first full appearance of Galactus. And of course, they're both on the cover, first cover appearance. In my opinion, FF 49 is the better of the 2 books based on cover and everything, but just cover alone. 48 is the money book. 49 is the cooler looking book. Just my opinion. All right, I acquired this one sight unseen. I had a middleman making the deal for me. I did not see this book before it was acquired. This is Fantastic Four number 1. Ended up coming back in a CGC 1.0. Only time I've ever found this book. I have found the Golden Record reprint before. I think that was last year or the year before. Never the FF one. Next up, this book was acquired raw. Actually, 2 of them in one collection. This is NYX number 3, first appearance of X-23. Both books came in raw. Both books came back in a 9.8. That was huge. Only time I've ever had it in a 9.8 were both of these times. Both books, one collection. Next on the list, and again, there's really no rhyme or reason, and I also don't think there's any reason to talk value because over the last year, values have changed significantly. I can give you the values now, but those aren't the values of when these books were acquired. So we're not going to talk dollars and cents, just what I found in the wild. Ultimate Fallout number 4. This was acquired raw. Same collection, I believe, as the NYX. I don't remember. Maybe not, but I acquired 2 Ultimate Fallout 4s. One came back a 9.2, but this one in particular came back a CGC 9.6. We all know about Miles. Everyone loves them, and the prices are still going through the roof. One of my favorite Silver Age Spidey books is next. Amazing Spider-Man number 14. This is the first appearance of Green Goblin. I believe this was acquired raw as well. Came back a CGC 3.5. I was kind of hoarding those for a little bit. I am recording this literally the day before Spider-Man comes out. So this video will drop after Spider-Man comes out. As of now, I don't know what's going to happen with Green Goblin. I've told people I feel like Norman Osborn is the money book, The Amazing Spider-Man, his first full appearance. I forgot what number it was, but this is obviously a huge Silver Age Spidey key. Next up, Fantastic Four number 5. I actually acquired 2 of these. I believe one came back a 2.0 and the other one came back a 4.5. The 2.0 I sold to my buddy Jay DeButcho from Pressable Defects, but the 4.5 is still in my, I don't even want to say collection because it is available for sale, but this one came from, I believe, our friend Ray. from Carolina. So big shout out to him. Bought a ton of FF books. Next on the list. All right, this one, we already talked about this book, but this book came back in a CGC 9.0 white pages. My man Erod killed it. This is Giant Size X-Men number 1, CGC 9.0 white pages. Awesome. Tough book to get in high grade. The white cover, square bound, very difficult. I was super stoked at that. Another book I acquired, I think in the same purchase with the Doctor Doom, was Fantastic Four number 4. This is the first Silver Age Submariner. This came back a 4.5 because I believe it was acquired raw. Definitely acquired raw. Got a couple more books here. I think I said top 10, but I think there's more than 10 on this list. This one too, every time I come across this book in a collection, it seems to be bad luck, whether I fail to acquire the collection or this issue. This was Daredevil number 1. We sent it out to CGC, came back 2.0 restored, got it back, sent it back for restoration removal. Some of you guys have watched that video. Came back 2.0 again, but with the blue label. You gotta love that. Perfect scenario. So Daredevil number 1 came back a CGC 2.0. And again, no values because they fluctuate so much these days that some of these books were acquired earlier in the year. They're worth completely, the values have changed how many times between, again, this is recording in, where are we? December, just from September till now, prices have changed a million times. And last but not least, my favorite book on this list. Why is my favorite book on this list? Because I kept it for the personal collection, for the PC. It's right there. I'm really happy about it. This is Batman 121, first appearance of Mr. Freeze in a CGC 4.0. This was acquired in a mammoth trade with my man AA Comics, Aaron. We made a massive trade where I gave him a Giant Size X-Men, the 8.5 on this list, as well as the Ultimate Fallout 4 in a 9.6, the Miles. I traded him both of those, and I not only acquired Mr. Freeze, I upgraded my Riddler, I upgraded my first Clayface, I upgraded some other stuff, my first appearance of Poison Ivy. I also acquired first Silver Age Two-Face. I also acquired an Amazing Spider-Man 300. I also acquired a first Silver Age Scarecrow. And I think that was it, amongst other little throw-in add-on books that weren't that crazy. Yeah, so to make that trade, I acquired the Mr. Freeze, and I upgraded 1, 2, 3 books, maybe even a 4, 3 books, and then 2 others on top. That was a great trade for both of us. We both walked away super, super happy. But to acquire a Mr. Freeze, finally, the first appearance of Mr. Freeze for the PC is awesome. And watch, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to go see a collection in a month or 2, and guess what's going to be in there? The first appearance of Mr. Freeze. So, hey, whatever. That's my list. That's the best stuff I found in 2021. Next year, I'm going to try to do a better job of actually remembering which collection certain things came in. I mean, values don't matter again because things change throughout the year so often, but at least where they were acquired raw, were they acquired graded, did I upgrade, all that kind of stuff, PC stuff. But again, my favorite book on this list, the Batman 121, because it's mine, it's staying with me. Unless, of course, I come across a 4 or 5 or more higher. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. All this stuff found in the wild. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Thank you so much. And as always, keep it comics.